welcome to Investing Insights. I'm Vivien Diniz. Speaking with me today is CEO of Colombian Mines, Robert Carrington. Robert, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
So, in starting, can you just give us a little bit more about Colombian Mines and a little bit about your properties?
Colombian Mines, it was founded in 2006, based largely on my prior experience in Colombia. I first started working in Colombia in 1992, so we had an extensive database to work on. Colombian Mines today is the largest mineral title holder in Colombia among the junior sector, and that gives us some unique business opportunities going down the road. As we sit here, Colombian Mines has about 35.4 million shares issued and outstanding, about a 15 million share float, and fully diluted we'd be right at 45.9 million shares.
So, your mines are located, like you mentioned, in Colombia, obviously.
Yeah, well, we're not actually in production. We're an exploration and development stage company.
So we are seeing a resurgence in mining interest in Colombia, mostly due to improved conditions replacing social unrest. Can you tell us a little bit more what Colombia has to offer as opposed to other regions?
Colombia is one of the most prospective terrains on Earth. It has some of the most prospective geologic terrain, and in terms of modern mineral exploration is one of the least explored regions in the world. Prior to the big mines of South Africa going into production in 1915, Colombia had produced 35% of all the gold mankind had ever produced in its history. To this day, Colombia is still the third largest platinum producer of all time. They produce 95% of the world's gem-grade emeralds. It's just on and on and on. They have huge coal resources, huge oil and gas resources. It's just a mineral-rich region. And actually, in terms of the ounces of gold per square kilometer, Colombia is the fourth richest region on the face of the earth today.
So Colombia is quite a promising place for...
Extremely promising. That's been really relatively untouched by modern exploration.
So what are the possible pitfalls that a company should be aware of if you're going to explore in Colombia?
Well, clearly, physical security related to the guerrilla violence is an issue. The Colombian government has substantially beaten the Colombian guerrillas back in most of the country, but working in Colombia is a lot like working in Los Angeles or Toronto. If you go to the wrong neighborhood, you will have trouble. It's incumbent upon anybody working there to know where they're working, what the security issues are or might be, and to be very careful of them. Your best protection in Colombia is to establish very good local community relations. They know who is usually in the area and who's not, and if the wrong people move into the area, they're going to tell you.
So you mentioned earlier that Colombian Mines holds a wide selection of properties. Which of them will receive most of the focus for 2013?
Okay, for Colombian Mines, the two flagship properties we'll be focusing on is our El Dobio project in the Valle de Cauca department, which is a very high-grade gold-rich polymetallic system. We have a 68-meter wide zone there that has an indicated 1 kilometer strike length that averages 4.7 grams gold and about 0.5% copper. The other property, we'll actually be drilling El Dobio probably in March. The other property that we'll be working on a lot is the Mercedes project that we just announced, where we have 50-gram gold, 770 grams silver, and 26% copper coming from outcrops. And then we also have 3 active joint ventures going on. We're the manager on the Ramalito joint venture, where Teck is earning into that project. That property will see about $1.5 million, mostly in drilling here by June of this year, and then additional expenditures going on throughout the joint venture for about a $10 million exploration program.
So you will be exploring further joint ventures this year?
Very, very much so. And we have 2 other active joint ventures and others that are under negotiation.
It sounds like you're setting up very well.
We are, our property portfolio, as I say, gives us a unique business model because we are, being the largest title holder, we can select extremely good properties to explore for our own account and have a large pipeline of very high quality projects that other companies are interested in. So it allows us to leverage our shareholder exposure to discovery by getting other companies to spend their money on projects that we otherwise just don't have the resources to explore.
So what can investors expect moving forward for 2013?
Beginning in February, probably toward the end of February, we'll be drilling at Uramalito, and then in March we'll start drilling at El Dobio. There will be a lot of drilling information coming from those, going on into the March, April, June period. At Mercedes, we have field crews on site. We'll see a lot more geochemical results, rock samples, soil. There are about 8 documented historic mines on the Mercedes property. We have actually physically found 5 of those, but because of the tropical nature of the forest there, it's very hard to find some of the older mines that have been abandoned for many years. And so one of our thrusts there is to locate old historic known producers.
Do you think you'll be looking into getting these old mines in the future, or will you just be...
the mines are already on the property. What we're looking to do is locate them, reopen the old tunnels so that we can get in there and sample and do a better job of evaluating the mineral potential of the area, because the outcrop is so sparse in the tropics. It's real handy to have an old tunnel you can walk down and look at the rocks.
That sounds like a good idea for exploration.
Extremely good idea.
Well, thank you very much, Robert, for joining me today.
Vanessa, thank you very much.
That was Robert Carrington, CEO of Colombian Mines. Colombian Mines trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol CMJ. I'm Vivien Diniz for Investing Insights. Thank you for joining me.